So what would you like to talk about?
It's about making a decision about, do I keep doing what I'm doing now and retire in 5 to 7 years, meaning being financially independent, or do I shift gears and go into coaching and training? And it's a big risk. So I don't enjoy what I'm doing now.
Oh, you don't?
But I would love the coaching and training. So do I keep doing what I don't enjoy for another 5 to 7 years?
And then retire and be financially independent?
And then I can do whatever I want.
Okay.
Or do I jump into that, do what I love, and in return risk to being financially independent in 5 to 7 years?
Okay. So that's the decision you want to make?
Yes.
Okay.
And I feel stuck because I'm just not doing anything about it. And I feel I have to decide because I'm not operating from a place of decision, but just from a place of convenience. And just see what happens, and nothing ever happens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens because I'm not making a decision, and I keep having my eyes, maybe I should. But if I do make a decision, then I know this is what I'm doing for the next 5 to 7 years, and that's it. I just keep the other option aside.
So while nothing's happening, what's happening?
I'm just doing, first it was 9 years, now it's 5 to 7 years. That's what's been happening. But I'm just feeling more and more frustrated that I'm giving my passion away, I'm giving my dream away. I could inspire millions of people, and I know it. And I believe that. And I feel there are millions of people who are waiting to be inspired, and they're not because I'm indecisive.
Okay. So there's this 9-year time frame coming down to 5. You're frustrated because there are millions of people out there waiting to be inspired, and
Absolutely.
You know you can do it.
Absolutely.
Right. And you're stuck.
And I'm stuck because I'm thinking about my financial independence.
Okay. So you're stuck because you're thinking about your financial independence.
Yes.
What is it about that?
It's about knowing that no matter what happens, I will always be financially secure, so I never have to look into that aspect anymore, and I can just be whoever I want to be without looking back at that. But now I keep thinking, what if this happens, what if that happens, and I don't have the money to do what I want to do, then that's where my attention will go, and I lose my vision again.
So what is the this and the that might happen?
Let's say something comes up, or I don't make enough money, or I don't have enough money to build the vision that I have, and all of that will just take me away from my vision, which defeats the whole purpose.
So it would have to be your money.
To start with, yes.
And how much money would that take?
A few $1 million.
Right. And do you have a few $1 million?
I will in 5 to 7 years if I wait.
Right, but you don't want to wait because you're frustrated.
I am frustrated. I'm not sure if I want to wait or not. That's the indecisiveness. That's what it comes in.
Okay. So to start would be $2 million.
Yeah, that sounds
So
right.
if you had the $2 million, would you get started now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's about the money.
It is.
So you're stuck because of the money.
Yes.
Okay. When this 9-year period's up, how much money will you have?
I'm aiming for $2 million.
Oh, that will be the $2 million.
So I'll have a passive income of $150,000 a year. So then I'm not working for money anymore. I'm just building my vision.
Okay. So how important is it to you, this bit about these millions of people who are waiting to be inspired by you?
It's very important. I feel that people are waiting for someone to inspire them. And there are people who do that, like yourself and many other, like Michael Hall and many other people that I can think of. And I believe I'm one of those as well. It can make a massive difference.
So it's very important to you.
Absolutely.
And how important is it to you to spend the next 5 years getting the, getting the 2 million?
It's only important because it will give me the push towards my vision without having to look sideways. I feel if I do it now, I'll be looking sideways and worrying about money.
Mm.
But if I did have that, then I'll have nothing to worry about and I can just move forward and nothing can stop me.
So it's only important because otherwise you'd be looking sideways.
Exactly.
Right. Sideways being?
Distractions of, can I make this? Can I afford this? Can I afford that? I can't pay for my marketing. I can't pay for my business. I can't support my family.
Mm. And this looking sideways is the risks.
It's the risk, exactly.
Right. And how do you relate to risk?
I believe everything I do is a risk, but it's calculated risk.
Mhm.
And I feel somehow because this is an unknown territory, it would be, I wouldn't know what kind of risk I'm getting myself into.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you've got this, these two, both these things are important. The one gets you the money in time,
Yeah.
but you would like to get that now. If you're
Yes.
getting frustrated. But it's really, very important to you that you get out there and start working with people on their inspiration.
Absolutely.
Okay. So tell me, if I was in the situation, what would you say to me? What question would you ask me?
I would actually tell you to follow your vision.
Would you?
I would
tell me
actually
to
tell you
do
to
that.
do that.
Right. Why are you smiling?
Because that's one of the things that's stopping me from going out there and working with people as well. How can I tell them to do something I'm not doing?
So would you like me to tell you to do it?
No, I would like to believe it myself.
You wouldn't like me to tell you to do it.
No.
Then why would you tell me?
Okay, then I would ask you.
What will you ask me?
If you had 2 years to live, what would you do?
You would ask me if I had 2 years to live, what would I do?
Yeah.
If you had 2 years to live, what would you do?
I would follow my vision.
Do you have 2 years to live?
Well, in my mind, I have 56 years left.
Okay. So now we've got a problem. What if I was to kill you in 2 years? We could make an arrangement.
Would that cost me?
Your life?
The money wouldn't be important anymore
Mm.
because I could manage.
Mm. Okay. So now, if you asked me that question, and I answered you if I only had 2 years to live, what would you then say to me?
If you had 4 years to live,
Yes?
and the answer would still be yes, and then I would go to 8, then it would be yes, and then I would go to 16, and then I would say maybe.
Okay, so now you've got me confused. Are you confused?
Not really, I'm not.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck.
Are you sure?
It's about my uncertainty about, I feel it's about me not being comfortable with uncertainty. I think this is what the whole thing is about. It's about my feeling of I need to know.
I'm having a problem. I don't believe you. I don't think it is that important to you to go out there and inspire other people.
You're right. In a way. And what I mean by that is, I think I'm more focused on myself than on others, even going out there and inspiring people.
Mm.
And keeping that in mind, I would obviously do what I'm doing now
Mm.
because it serves me
Mm.
best.
So now you're getting real. I'm starting to believe you now. Thank you. So now, tell me what you really, really want now.
I want to make it about others, not about me.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
But just going for it.
Okay. Now, are you convinced? Because I'm not
A
yet.
part of me believes it.
A part.
It feels that I just have to start.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
And you haven't started yet?
Kind of, but
Kind of.
I'm like a 2-year-old kid. I'm just falling all over the place.
Right. So when are you going to grow up?
I feel I just did.
You did. Okay. So let's put this together. You interested?
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I want to make a difference
Okay. How?
by making it about others
Yes.
and doing whatever it takes.
Yes. What is it going to take?
A lot of inconvenience.
A
to
lot
me,
of inconvenience. To you?
To me. A
Who
lot
cares?
of uncomfort.
Who cares?
I don't.
You do.
I used to.
You used to. So what changed?
Me bullshitting myself
Right.
about what I really want.
Yeah.
And just hiding behind it because it sounds good,
Yeah.
because it looks good,
Yeah.
and people say, wow, that's inspiring.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do anything
Yeah.
to even achieve that.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you're getting real. How does it feel?
Real,
Yeah. But how does it feel?
really good.
And how does that feel? I need a feeling.
I feel very centered.
That's not a feeling.
It's the feeling in my chest.
Yes. What is that feeling?
It's the feeling of being unstoppable if I choose to.
Yeah. Not a feeling. Are you connected to your feelings?
I think I'm pushing it down. I think.
Show me how.
I feel it's coming up and then something's pushing it down.
Something.
Yeah.
Your hand just did that. Do it again.
It's like something is pushing it
Yeah.
down.
Turn your hand over. Pull it up. My camera.
Emotions.
Yeah. Give me a name.
I don't want to label it, but I could feel it rushing in my head.
Okay, it's a feeling rushing in your head. Okay. So, what are you going to do?
I'll make the change.
What change?
Starting to make a difference.
How?
And my first step would be just leaving behind everything I do now.
Leaving behind everything you do now.
Yeah.
When?
By the end of the year.
By the end of the year.
Yeah.
Sell out.
I'm chickening out, am I then?
You got tears in your eyes. You're ready to go. Pick your hand up. Pick your hand up, please. Turn it over. Push that down. That chicken. Turn it up, pull it up. What are you picking up now?
I'm doing my job as soon as I go back.
As soon as you go back.
Yeah.
Where?
Back to Dubai.
Dubai. You're going to leave your job when you go back to Dubai.
Yeah.
When are you going back to Dubai?
In May.
In May.
Beginning of May.
Beginning of May. Have you started doing this yet?
Doing.
This?
I have.
Yeah. What is this?
It's the change.
Yeah.
It's
What are you going to do when you go back to Dubai?
I'm going to leave everything I do now
And
start my vision.
start your vision. What's your vision?
I mean, the coaching and training company that transforms lives of
What's its
millions of
name?
people. Lasting change.
Lasting change. I'm starting to believe you.
So am I.
Okay.
That's a good change.
Yeah, that's a good change. Are you stuck?
I'm not.
You're not stuck.
I'm not stuck.
How do you know?
Because I'm not lying to myself anymore.
Not lying to yourself anymore. Right. So what do you need now?
I just need a mentor, someone who's done it, someone who's there,
Mm-hmm.
just for guidance. That's all I need.
Where's that mental?
I'm sure he's around in this room. I might be looking at him.
There's that chicken again. So you're giving this to me now. You need that.
It would make things easier to have a mentor.
Yeah, it's not easy. What you're doing is hard. You're giving away everything you've been doing. You're going back to Dubai in May, you're starting something new. This coaching called what?
Lasting change.
Lasting change. You're making that commitment in front of these people. Tell them.
I'm making the change.
Stand up. Tell them.
I'm making the change. Lasting change.